Quick in here, B-side hit, looks good, but Config's already cut one from the pack, frozen at the back of it. It's Zypex catching flak, being run on down, and one back from degster. Into the site, still not seeing that bomb plant. Blame from short, keeping them pestered. degster looks to step up and shave some time off the clock, explosives planted. 4-on-4 ensuing again, it's Config just chipping away at this pack. Low HP though, congregated in the kitchen.
Where's the kit for this? They're taking a long time here, Astralis.
Flame has a go, and another head from the Dade. It's up to Torshi now. Low, even lower now, and that's clean. That is clean counter-strike from Astralis, a full 5-man hit.
Maybe want to pressure it, but could be a problem, and continuing to keep this discussion going. Oh, okay, hold up, degster. That's what you want to see. Blame pushing forward here, has a chance.
Could have seen a trade, need to see a trade. They haven't hit their shots, but Frozen does. 2 digs in the feed. Config, if he was to go down here, if degster put the bullet in the right place. Oh, but it's JDC. They have no right to this round, but it's getting scary now. He hears this. He heard all of that. You can see his mouth is moving. Communication stations beam us into the B site, taking liberties. We'll take the plant as well. Farley's been having a rough old go of things here for Astralis, now under scrutiny against just an economical. A couple of deagles, Chad, it's all they brought in, and Mouz now bomb ticking in their favor. Glaive and Farley, old and new combine to return this to normality.
I'm accounting here for one of them, Farley taking a fight, drawing attention. That's a big shot from Farley. This round's still on.
Problems, real problems. They're so low, no armor, and there's still time on the clock, but Frozen pulls another out of the hat, and that's it! Mouz! How? Well, that is a counter blow. That is a riposte. Yeah, Zypex is going to be begging for help. A 5-7. Oh no! JDC didn't check it! And now the AK's dead! Zypex with 2! Some divine intervention on a 5-7. Come on now. Mouz need to pull up their socks. They're in the site. A man disadvantage, but there's only 2 armored Danes for the fight. The names that filled the feed in that pistol may have to do it again. Frozen, elevated, and executes Config for his second in this round. Farley not got much to offer, just that USP to poke and prod. Glaive combined as well from that short side. It's Bemis, found, damage, team kill, getting really scary now. Astralis making them sweat. Bemis just trying to survive, 14 HP, a bullet, a single bullet would end him here, and the Lithuanian falls. On the retake is Torshi caught out, wallbang, 9 HP. Have they got the kit?
It's going to be close. I don't know if there's time for this. There's no time. Blame's going to run. Not a chance in the world here.
Тут еще более бешеные иксы. Зайди по ссылке и убедись. CSgo Run, уля-ля, что за сайт.
A well-placed Molotov forces the smoke, just staring at the grey screen as Glaive plucks one from the pack, another from Glaive. Vigilant on that CT hold. He's got teammates now, and Mouz quite the opposite, just the 2 of them. Trying to tango, a miss from Torshi, punished. Racking up a third for Glaive, and Frozen just trying to take some weapons away.
Yeah, they won't fight him now. That's good from Farley. I know that he takes a bit of damage there, but the fact that he gets the information, almost the round secured. Backpedaling aware, and a good shot from Farley. Looked like a moment there that he might have slipped into Frozen's crosshair, but great stuff.
A little of utility in rounds like this, and futility for JDC as he's the first one in and out. Bemis down and out. But still the pressure continues. Trying to crunch. The rotations are starting to stack up. And Config actually meets his demise. They are going to have an opportunity to play some counter now.
Blame's low as well. Big problems. I thought this was looking good for Astralis. The bomb, again, not immediately planted. Mouz take their time. They fortify themselves into this site. A 3-on-3 post plant. Yeah,
Blame's going around the world, so Farley responsible for this kitchen post-up. He hasn't got any answers yet.
Blame has the kit here, Alex. If he goes down in the apartments, I feel like the round is done. How are they going to retrieve that in time?
Can Mouz really recover? They had peanuts and bottle caps into this one, and now, the clock ticking ever further in their favor. Time. I'm screaming it down the mic. I'm sure they are too. Barrels are spotted, but they're giving them nothing. Giving them nothing. A jiggle out of Torshi. Look at the time. Somebody from Astralis has to call this off. Get out of there. Save what you can, because Mouz have got another one. Range of flashes, no one knows, none the wiser. Config, vision restored in the last possible second. Another opening provided. Can degster claw it back? Spotted out. JDC, this time meets Zypex. And Astralis looking to batten down the hatches now. A heavy advantage in their side of the court. Yeah, true. Now that is different. Degster's going to put Blame into the smoke screen. He's not going to be ready for this. A clean kill for his 10th. Blame farming as per usual.
This is what they're going to need, right? Blame is the star of this team. There's no doubt about that. That's the conversation. But Glaive wants to put his name in the hat. He'll grab one, gets a lot of information, and finally a clean one for Astralis. No foot faults and looking to keep 5 alive. This is how the game started. Position right now, he can't get caught off guard. Seems aware. More impact from flamie now would be great. Steps out, grabs a second, but has to defend the B-bomb site on his own.
flamie trying to make a name for himself here. They're closing in on him fast. He knows he's got to be aware of this. And just cut down, but immediate trade. It's Blame. Into the site is Bemis. We've got 60 seconds. They don't have to rush the take, but very quickly, Config may be able to force their hand. You can see, head on a swivel. A lot of responsibility onto Bemis here. He needs this jewel. He can't do it. Config too good. It's the Berserkers, both of them, firing on all cylinders. And this is cheeky. There's no way. Torji works this out, and Config with 2. Impactful frags. He likes that. He can work and hit some shots from here, though, as he's been hit a warning shot across the bow. Beamer surely down, and oh, does hit the nade, but JDC has pulled Mouz into the site. He's going for a plant. Surely someone can contest it. It's down. JDC lays his life on the line, but it does go down. The bomb now ticking in Mouz's favor, and Degster on the AWP for 2. zywoo, before he can even get there, his team is calling it off. Into mid, Config catches one with the back turn, immediate from Torji back. Orb spotted towards Delpan, it's frozen, continuing. Oh, bounces the molly off of the face of Blame. This one could get a little chaotic now. Glaive on the reaggress, wants answers. Window smoked, options few and far between. It's Torji into the B side, but there's Glaive again. Oh! Torji, he is not done! And he will not surrender. 2 left for the Danes now. And the bomb miles away from any sight, but he may not need to plant. He could just go for the frag. 3. Could be a 4th if you're not careful. Blame stands tall. 13 and 3. He's had a strong performance here on the stage. It could still go wrong. The clutch up for debate now. JDC ready and awaiting. It's 9. Mouz extend their T-side lead. It's a pace change. Look at this. Already flamie, sweat on the brow. Mouz hand slippery, and Degster has done damage into the site, and that's another body falling to the wayside. Astralis just 2 men to try and find a 6th, try and pull this round back, and that's 10. Ladies and gentlemen, a sensational confidence booster as Bemis, only the 1. Degster now dancing around the triple box, bodies flooding into the site. He'd love another frag, and he does. Line up zywoo, puts the bomb on the floor, frozen from CT, dancing with Glaive. And a 3-on-3 established. Not for long. It's Torji shifting the dialogue back is Blame. Still JDC running down that bomb carrier. flamie in no man's land, and Blame with 2 to find and 70 seconds to do it. There's a reason you put the armor and the P250 on this man. He's a bruiser, he's a brawler. But the bomb is in enemy hands, enemy territory. To continue his objective, he has to isolate.
They're not giving him anything here. Nothing at all. No one overstepping a mark. He's walking straight into this.
How do you break it? No answers. No answers. Blame back turned and a headshot provided. That was a team ace, Chad.
We're not fragging primary AWP with a rifle. Is flashed, is dead, is done.
Yeah, that's the trade you need to see, though, and it's provided. Glaive and zywoo from 2 different fronts. Responsive util from the CTs. You can see it just barrages back in. It's Config, though, with a back turn. Torji should be dead. Secured by Config. Degster does not have the perfect weapon, but the MP9, it sings as he upgrades, and Config crawls. Blame and Config combine to put Astralis' first on the board. Only 1 man stands in their way. And they're playing it very safe. Lovely pre-aim. And there's no one home. David Nansky. And it is David versus Goliath. Blame F denies. with a stone between the eyes. It's
just, yeah, Mouz still have a bit of a bite. It's a little bit brittle for Bemis, but not the end of the world. This time they want to take the fight, jumping out. Frozen's pushing forward.
This is aggressive, hyper-aggressive, and torgi delivers the double. He wants more. He's running the gauntlet, trying to tap at the pixels. Farley, long range, Blame looking to cancel play. torgi on the rifle, the only M4 in the mix. And he's put his name in the feed thrice. Oh, spotted out. Zipx does avenge. Finish off Glaive, finish what he started, anticipates the swing. It's Zip with a pre-fire, 2v4 now, 2v2. Astralis stabilizing on the back of these veterans. Hard clear required. Glaive put to bed. It's up to Zip. Oh dear, 3 already. Could he come up clutch? It's JDC though. Plenty of time. Zip run down, and JDC saves them from a red face there.
Off gets Junge.
Quad of Danes in that connector. And oh, Frozen absolutely none the wiser. Bemis is in trouble. degster with an opportunity. The tip of Config's head spotted, but he cannot close. And so JDC locked out as the smoke will pop. He's got 30 seconds and 3 to find. Now the bomb. Surely Mouz don't get anything more.
I don't know about this. It's looking sketchy on the aim here.
They convert the first. Battered and bruised. Astralis running out of health right now. What is going on? Another torgi on the USP. This will break their hopes and dreams. Astralis, the gimme round. Weapons picked up. Another headshot. They got nothing. Nothing but Blame F to call upon. 35 seconds bomb under the control of Bemis and JDC. Pressure on them. Because Blame's coming to hunt and he doesn't have the health, and JDC closes a triple as well. The little guns, but a colossal round. It's
danger here because Config's coming.
Yeah, he's locked in. degster to try and bail him out, but he can punish on the pin. Pull! Oh! degster dunks! JDC as well. Farley trying to stabilize. He paid a heavy blood price for that duel. And Glaive losing his head. Mouz. They had 7 opportunities, but they can close here in the first. Blame trying his luck. And as hard as he might, the odds stack further and further against Astralis now. And now he goes. Mouz to secure their map pick. Farley to clutch, to extend play. Single bullet would take him down, 10 HP. And that's the end of it, ladies and gentlemen.
To work, Farley 2.
Oh, another goosh.
Foul spotted here.
No helmet.
No, X-ray.
torgi's not quite going to be hunted down.
Can't believe how restrained they were in that situation. And well, the bomb goes down, but the death is there. It's on Farley here.
Okay, well, a lot of work to be done, and it's already set for a close.
Needs an ace here from
yeah,
Zip.
but he needs to knock him off the bomb, and degster's having none of that. Wow, Mouz back to the winning ways. Yeah, you've got to separate and choose your fights wisely. He has taken a lot of flak damage there, and it's degster that's called upon.
They're going to
spray one by one into the line of fire. Blame F, Steagle deadly. Astralis really now with a threatening round. Now yard is clear. Bemis called upon to clutch up. It's Blame F goes down. Farley and JDC in a battle of wits on the big stage. Bomb now down. JDC trying to close this gap, but Farley closes for Astralis. That's one back, Chad.
That could be the fire starter for Farley there, look.
100. Counter flash required. Bemis, bait and switch maybe. torgi lying in wait. Will he be cleared? Config does go down, but it's solid from Astralis, flattening that topside defense.
Beautiful. Very clean execute right there. Taking care of business, and the round is done. There's no way that Mouz can get back into this. Bomb gets planted. We mentioned at the start of this, there's no kit. If they want to consider it, this flash could be...
Oh, Farley ate it. It is a chance, but JDC gives it up.
Right, this is a different environment now, and look at this. They're just taking liberties. Blame takes down JDC, the hero of Mirage, in the dumps, in the bin. It's continuing to come up Astralis.
They can do anything. They can do no wrong here on Nuke. Astralis mixing it up again. A new flavor added to the mix again. They're cooking up trouble. And torgi too. Good catch on Farley's jiggle. That might slow proceedings. It's Frozen with a head-to-head that he does win. Config down, still topside safe for now. It's the most hopeful Mouz have been in their defensive stance in some time.
Yeah, they have to convert this one.
And Glaive walks straight into the crosshair. Trade from Blame, low, but not going to give up without a fight. He's all onto Blame and down into the no-scope. Mouz will post their third. For this disadvantaged dance, Astralis. Oh, another one out of Torji's orb. Config's been caught. Still Farley, though.
That's heaven control. They can get heaven control right now, no dramas, right? Degster was the only one defending this. The time is the biggest issue here.
They've called it clear. Nothing to report in lobby. Surely, with 25, you can start to batten down the hatches for this heaven rotation. JDC considers his options. Bemis in support. Crossfire established. Damage inflicted, but it's not lethal. Still a problem! Astralis turn the tables. Torji, all of that hard work, and it may be for naught. It was Farley with an impactful double. And gets away with that, and yeah, it gets worse for Mouz. Losing Frozen. You're not going to want to commit all of your remaining resources into a unfavorable retake. If you could post a couple, chip away at Astralis prior to their commitment, there could be a conversation to be had. Degster.
They still need to get this bomb across.
Yeah, that's their objective, but into Farley. A ninth looms as JDC seals the fate of Zypex. A weapon upgrade.
Hold up. Torji's still here.
He's having a go. He's giving it a good go. A good shake of the stick. The long and lethal stick. Torji jumping down. And Torji! What is that? Ungodly in the cathedral. Leaping down. Remains, and it uses it to great success. Catches the config aggress. Torji still responsible for this yard position. And Farley, he caught a glimpse. He caught a tiny whiff of the Danish AWP. Frozen's caught a frag elsewhere. Astralis walking funny now. Walking with a limb. Disadvantage. Great flash. Torji lives on, but Glaive is starting his crawl, and he has been perhaps spotted at the tip of his head. Was visible.
I think Bemis heard him as well, right? He was very noisy off the top there of main, so Bemis would have communicated that sound cue.
Better of an immediate challenge. Timing favors him. He separates Config from the pack and evades the immediate response. Still problems now. Oh, Glaive dances with him, punishes him, and coming knocking on Dexter's door. Needs one hit, needs one, gets two! Snatches the round from Astralis towards the commitment. Zip likely lobby, they say. And with 18 seconds, 4 breathing down the back of his neck, they'll end with a 6th. Seems they're having a go, and closing the gap was Beamer's past tense, courtesy of Config. Fast on the flank, and Glaive's ready for you. Torji gets nothing done. Farley with 3 quick clicks in the Lanxess Arena. Full control of ramp room.
I think that was too clean. They have the space, sure, but they have some real issues here, and more utility to stall them on out. Fromson's been tincturing all of this, and Mouz, an opener that came for free, the round is not.
Now it's hard work now. Bloodshed for Degster. Down and out. Glaive safe from the first fight. Spots out Torji's shoulder, and picking them apart now are Astralis. It's Zip with some aggression. Traded. Torji and Bemis, what have you got for us today? It's not enough. The bomb now on the floor. And Torji's options incredibly limited. Just gonna have to tuck his tongue and accept defeat.
Yeah, look, Bemis got the opening onto Config there, and that brings me to opening frags.
Agenda, this is a hard clear. Lots of steps, easy first frag, can tuck away now, force the crossfire, utilize Glaive as well, fumbled on the molly. Back to square one now, up with this exception on screen. And up to no good is Config. Extends the advantage as Astralis wrestle back control of this defensive half. There is something to be said about this from Degster. Needs another. Oh, Config's down. And so the round is back on. Red hot from Degster again, worms his way into the gaps. And the bomb to be planted topside. Do Astralis really buckle under this again? Or do they give it a look in? 3 different avenues of assault. Molotov and smoke on Glaive, flash on Zip. Finds a flash, turns it nicely. It's Flame on the swing, and degster is handling business. 4 from degster. It could be 5. That is sensational. They needed that. Mouz given a gift of all 5 from degster. Aggression doesn't want to overcommit though. Don't want to give up that advantage. It does go back. 1 for degster. Advantage maintained thanks to the handiwork of the Dane. Claim known, but not actively looking.
This again.
We've seen this before. Config pre-aiming nicely. Handles business this time, so advantage waning.
And the woes continue here for JDC. They have left all of his action in map number 1, only 4 kills to his name. You got beamers trying to draw one back, but degster caught off guard, loses the bomb, and likely the rounds here, unless Bemis wants to get something done with 35 seconds left, but unlikely from the Lithuanian. So a bit of damage on the Farley, starting to at least piece together where the defense is, but...
Solving on the fly. Timing. Oh, he adjusts! Glaive pulls the trigger first, but degster draws a second. Changing the dialogue now. Farley up on the heavens. He can do some damage. A missed flick. It's config though. Up the vent. A double causing trouble. Too many bodies. Astralis right the ship and secure a 14th. A very tall order, and JDC's woes continue.
Story of the game for him. He's just walked into his demise round after round.
Now forced to watch as this may very well be the last of our second map. Farley rotated early and a quick flick across degster. Looking away and hunted down. Torji will avenge. Still advantage for the defense. And Bemis, ooh, he doesn't even get a chance to process config's position. Clotheslines him with the Kalashnikov. It's Torji though, he's very flashy. Config's quick and brave as he crouches around the counter-strike, known for his timings. Not today. Astralis push us to 3. Tested early, seems to have awoken from his slumber. And an opportunity to the back of the head, takes down 2. Farley's pistol firing as Farley shuts down a whole push. There's nothing more but Torji jumping into config's jaws, and degster, the unarmored leader, tries to stop it from being a full 4-man standing finish for Astralis. He's hitting good bullets. Zip down, config down. Hold your horses, Astralis.
I don't think he's going to consider this one here.
Yeah, not today. Blame closes the round down before things go awry, but Farley, he gets another pat on the back. Glaive trying to do what Farley did, and he's let it slip. An open window is a bit windy for Glaive, and JDC punishes the Farley reload on the retreat. They're in, and a threatening second round. JDC just about weathers the spray. Config spotted, eliminated, took a chunk out of Torji. Both of them operating on low HP, but Zipex and Blame gonna be hard pressed to get in. A smoke completely locks one of his options off. Careful, Frozen. Puts his Galil in the feed and secures it. Mouz come up trump in the second round force.
Yeah, and the Galil came in with the final kill, the final nail in the coffin. It was the pistols getting it done, and important for JDC to be finding traction, but Blame wants to do some punishing and will, making sure they don't walk away with everything and more.
This just walks across. Glaive punishes. Oh, and Glaive does more than punish. He spanks Mouz back to spawn. Degster, an opportunity, but only the one. Announced his presence now, and config quick to avenge. Close that gap, a clean one, and Glaive, I was worried he'd let them in. Smoked off, that will be the last of Astralis' defensive smokes, unless Zip moves on over. Speaking of the devil, he has and frags. Run down by JDC. Smoke to save and bail out. Now there's a man advantage for the T side here. Farley and Zipex to partner up, and is he going to try and contest off the flash? JDC still doing the flashbang dance, and Zipex dealing damage, heavy damage through the smoke. Needs help now, and it's one and done. Farley quick on the draw with the... Oh, yes! Farley with a quick close, and Glaive charging, throwing the kitchen sink at Zip, but still here he combines with Blame, spraying on through the smoke. And look at config. He just wants to make sure they know this is his turf. Quick tap, okay, and toes the line, but immediate response. We will see that bomb down, but what are they supposed to do?
They have to take a duel here. The thing is, Zip's just going to wait. Blame now has filled the boots of Config, and these last two on the site, sure, they're ticking down the bomb for moments now, but these kills should come their way. Zip will grab one, JDC. I don't know what he can get done here. The Mac-10's a good weapon for the job, and we'll find a second.
Oh, the Tech 9, it's good for the fight! He's making this clutch a reality, Chad! He's got time on his side! Glaive, a battle of wits, the smoke, he hears it, goes for the bang. JDC can't afford to fumble this, and he pulls it off.
He's done it!
He's done it! JDC clutches up in Cologne!
Whoa, big sigh of relief right there. Can you believe it? The Mac-10 in his hands.
The Tech 9, as soon as I see that Tech 9 in his hands, I think there's legs to it. Oh good, he eats the flashbang. And flash through, woof, big one out of degster, traded. Blame and Zip noted, they know where they lie. Config could be the fly in the ointment here.
He's a big problem. This is a hard clear. There's so many positions you have to consider.
Contact. Molly and posting
Spotted.
up. Yeah, Blame spotted out now. Isolates the jewels. It's an unnecessary trade out of Frozen. Config reveals himself out of the hidey hole, and Frozen takes his chances and reveals.
If he denies the plant, that's the round, 10 seconds.
He hasn't checked Ona, and Zip's got there in time. 10, you need to plant. Frozen doesn't have the health or the bullets. And he will be finished off from the flank. Beamers plants the play in sight, and Astralis. It tagged, he's got a lot, and he loses it all to the Flames. They have isolated that opening.
But everyone's here, the rotation immediate, and they're locked in.
Let's see if you can play retake A. Astralis with a tutorial. This is almost deliberate. And Config loses his head to the Degster Galil, an upgrade for the Aussie. And it could very well be an upgrade for Mouz. Close that gap to just a single round, and big frag as well onto Blame to seal the deal.
Yeah, we're going for tit for tat here, round for round. And Astralis, they have to save. Neither team has been able to establish too much of an economy here. Farley, he's trying to do the exact same of his fallen friends, and this time he will get the kill. His position noted, and Mouz know if they can rip away another rifle, the buy into the next is going to be looking very, very shy.
Looks like it's the latter. JDC, team flashed and separated from the pack. Full rotate on its way as well, 35 seconds. Mouz maybe tripping over their shoelaces on the way in. The Danes ready for their final battle, the final commitment. Time suggests the commitment's coming, but nobody's home. And nerves spread, uncertainty brews, Frozen with 2! And they're right back in it! The dying stages of this 15th, now the nade to the nose, no armor on that, leaves a mark. Config and Farley trying their luck, turning it around, base the shot, that's gorgeous! Gorgeous out of Config, 1.5. Not easy for Farley. Naked and afraid, 1 versus 2. With the big green, clearing corners, Beamers gets it! And
Fade, so problems present here for Astralis.
Oh, Config's got a lot on his plate, and he doesn't even have a bite, not a nibble. Torji smacks it out of his hands. Glaive eats his own flash, and lucky to be alive. He's being checked on now and run on down. Just a Glock, but it worked well for the first. 3-on-3, bomb still ticking. Astralis have the advantage in that respect. Kid on JDC, pressure. Zipex needs to win a duel.
He's just gonna sit it. It's not planning for him.
Clear it. Blame spots it out, knocks him off and closes. So close. Him into the site, forces him posted up and misses his chance. They're going to run on in. JDC though, Torji working well together, trying to manage his angles, stay alive, keep fighting, hitting shots. Glaive the last, and Torji lives on. Nothing for Glaive in this one. A great shot, but to get the bomb down under Torji's watch, under Dexter's rule, it's not to be. The Lanxess likes that. Mouz up. Unarmored head. Oh, Bemis gets nothing done. Run on down by the Mac-10. And only 1 rifle remains for Mouz. It's a big one, but Dexter's coming in hot! Coming in hot, red hot, as he sprays them down on long. Make a play like that. And now Torji and JDC, surely they can put the cherry on top. It's Blame, 14 HP. You could kill him with a peanut at this point. Dexter with a hero move. Someone finish it before Blame throws it all in vain. There you have it. What a round again. We've had an ace out of him. And Pete, great success. As Glaive, What? They were boosting, and the round resuscitation delivered. A Glaive spray down, a config flank. Can JDC do anything as Astralis just pull around out of thin air?
I look to the radar, I look back, 2 bodies have hit the deck. In-game leaders stepping up massively here in the dying stages of map number 3.
Torji in time. Oh, wow! Against an AWP, no less. Config knocks him for 6. And that is 14. Guaranteed, and with 5 hearts still beating. Astralis jostle for control in this final stage of our third.
Mouz would have to show some pedigree here that I don't think they have to get back in this game. Mentally looking rattled, missing shots they've been hitting throughout. JDC grabs a couple there. Hold up a second, there's still 20 seconds left on the bomb. It's just Farley on the site. I mentioned no kids, so...
And Config, he's likely going to be motivated by that to start his aggressive crawl. A bit of an oopsie. Dexter's posted another on the FAMAS. That's 2 openings in the dying stages of this third map. The CTs have to hold on to this. Cannot afford to let this advantage that's been gifted to them fall flat. Torji wants answers. And Glaive puts bullet into his rib cage. 1 back from Astralis. Oh, Bemis! Drive-by from Glaive, and Farley wins the duel. 2-on-2.
He can deny this.
This is his bomb site. Farley, what? Premonition, still caught off. JDC posts it, and Glaive does not have the time to mind game this one, but he's having quite the game. 25 frags for the leader of Astralis. JDC spotted out, 10 seconds. Glaive starting to solve the riddle. He might be able to plant safe, spotted out. He doesn't have the time, and another recovery. Just when you think Mouz are out, they pull you back in.
Big just gonna creep up. Dexter's gonna swing straight into this.
She's gonna get run down. Good util. Flashes are good. The frags are better. Only Bemis can redeem himself with nothing. And that semi-final gets even closer now for Astralis. A flawless T round already. Flashbang 3, standing and delivered by Config as well. Mouz just disintegrating. Astralis, look at the pace, the focus, laser focused on the semi-final.
And you're expecting a scrim towards A, it's not to be. Astralis are gonna let you stew in your own juices right now. A 2-on-4 situation, you over-rotate, you're in the wrong site. It already feels helpless with the buy. And as time ticks past, you've picked wrong. The bomb will go down to signify the 16th round.
Config to throw the icing on the cake. And a certainty, unless Bemis could do the impossible. Doesn't have the time, and that's it! Glaive and Astralis roar into action in a 3-map affair.